You are listening to Larry Connors, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Connors, USA. Larry Connors, USA.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be the chosen one.
These combination of policies by the Biden administration are going to lead to caravan after caravan. By June of this year, if the Biden administration continues to dismantle the wall and change the Trump policies about asylum, we're going to have 1 million people hit the border.
That's Senator Lindsey Graham. My mistake. Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of South Carolina. This is Feb 24, 2021. Now, I hesitate because I thought, did I just hear that right? Did you hear it right? He said we're going to have a billion people on the border by this fall. I think, Senator, with all due respect, that's a little exaggeration. That's why I almost called you a Texas senator, because, you know, we might exaggerate in Texas. Senator Cruz, I'm just bringing that point forward. But Senator Lindsey Graham is pointing out a very serious issue. The Biden proposals and the way they've been rushing forward and what they're doing and not doing regarding protecting our border is going to cause a disaster. So it's an exaggeration that we could have 1 billion people on our border by this fall or at any point over this next year. But the issue still remains. The Biden administration has stopped construction on parts of the wall that have big gaping holes. I mean, the holes could range anywhere from 30 to 80 yards wide, and they're just leaving them open. The material is on the ground, ready to be put up. But under the executive order and the president's decision on how we want to proceed with immigration, no more work is to be done. Now, does it make sense when you've got these open areas and a wall on either side of the 30 or 80 yard opening that you don't at least go ahead and add the material you've already bought, you paid for it, it's already been paid for by taxpayers, it's there, why not put it up? Well, because the Biden administration really has no idea what it wants to do. By the same token, the other thing they're doing is allowing those seeking asylum in the U.S. to come on into the U.S. right away. You do not have to wait in Mexico, as President Trump was wanting them to do. So just between those two things, we are going to have a massive surge, because when the word gets to the South, and it's already there, when they hear that there are open gaps and no one's going to bother closing them, some of these around Nogales, Arizona, they're going to pour through there just like you open a door and you see ants marching en masse into your kitchen. And, of course, there's no plan to sweep them back out. We're going to let them stay. And don't forget, now the Biden administration has been using these containment areas, as they're trying to call them, children's camps, anything other than a cage. But they're using the same facilities that the Trump administration used for 1 month and got criticized because they were putting children into cages. The Biden administration continues to dance around that, say it's not the same thing. We got a lot to cover over the next 2 hours. One of them you need to know about, and that is how the Planned Parenthood organization is moving forward to quickly get into transgender surgeries and actions like that, because they can see maybe abortions are going to be shut down, are going to be more difficult. And there's no federal law at this time that says you can't use federal dollars to assist in transgender operations. So Planned Parenthood, which gets federal dollars for everything except the actual abortion, could use some of those monies and suddenly have a new, quote, cash cow by doing transgender operations. Melanie Israel from the Daily Signal and the Heritage Foundation will join us with details of how that is going to work. And speaking about transgender, that's a big factor, one of them, among the movies being nominated for the 2021 Golden Globes this Sunday. Gabe Kaminsky is going to join us. He is an expert on these movies and the woke culture, has written numerous pieces for Washington Times and others, including the Federalist. And he's going to tell us about how these movies that have been nominated basically are going to emasculate and they're going to desensitize, supposedly, and do everything that is wrong for this country, and they're going to get special honor and praise. And also we'll look at how Communist China continues to control movies in Hollywood. Lock and load. Ready. On the right.
You can email Larry at LarryConnorsUSA@gmail.com. LarryConnorsUSA@gmail.com.